Hello ladies, welcome to Tampere.
Hi, thank you so much.
You've been here for what, 12 hours, 16 hours?
Something like
Not
that.
so long.
Something like that.
How long is your trip?
We are actually leaving tomorrow.
Yes, but the tour lasts for about 1.5 weeks.
And what consists of your tour? Where all are you going?
We've been to Bergen in Norway. We're from Norway, so we've played in Bergen, and then we went to London. So we've played a concert in London, and then we are in Tampere, and then we're going to Helsinki, and then we're going to Oslo in Norway.
Yes.
It'll tie up sort of the start and an end.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is this the first time you're doing an international tour?
Yes.
Comparing that to doing your local bar, how different is it?
It's we're twins, yeah. It's quite different because we're working 24/7, like very like how do you say that?
Intense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's really intense, and it's different because of the language and everything.
Yes.
Like you have to think about, oh, I can't say this in Norwegian, I have to speak in English and stuff, but it's a really good practice though.
Yes.
So it's a lot of fun.
How long have you been touring just in Norway?
For about 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Oakland Ring has existed for a little bit longer than 1 year.
Okay.
So we've been calling ourselves different names.
Yeah.
But now it's Oakland Ring. So
Okay.
yeah.
And why did you end up on that name out of, I'm presuming, 17,000 other names?
Yes.
Well, we were at this band camp in Denmark last summer, and one of the things that everybody said was that, okay, you have to change your name because it has to be more special and stuff. So then we, on the ferry home, after 1 week, we were like, we had been thinking all week about this problem, like how do we, what do we call ourselves? And then I remembered that, oh, I have a song called Oakland Rain, and that sort of like describes us because we love fall and rain and like coats and like thick jackets and nature and all of those contrasts that we were impacted by living in the US for a year. So sort of like it's a whole contrast.
You didn't go with I like coats because I think that would have been or we like coats.
It could have been a good description too.
Maybe you can use that as an album next time. Speaking of albums, speaking of recording, how much have you done so far?
We released an EP
Yes.
last year, or in 2014. It was in March.
No,
I think.
it was this March.
Oh yeah, this March.
But the first single was released.
Yes, in the end
November.
of 2014. Yeah, that's how. Yeah. So we've released one EP, and then we've released our last single, Shotgun, and we're also working on new material right now in the studio.
We can't relieve too much yet,
Okay.
but we're in the
Tune
process.
in next time.
Yes.
Did you make a physical record or was it more digital?
A physical too, yeah. So it's both.
In Norway, is it more that people still go to stores, or is it buy from my bag when I see you on the street? Because a lot of bands here have sort of come back to this kind of punk rock scene.
Yeah, they have. That's so cool. I feel like Norway never got to the point where we like changed back to the physical copies of things. People still like do streaming. That's the basic thing. Or I can't say for everyone because some people do buy basically.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of the return of the LP here.
Yeah, that's actually a thing in Norway too, or at least in our town.
But it's as much as a souvenir or as like a
something
decoration.
Something to like remember from the concert or something.
Yeah.
So, but actually a lot of people are buying
LPs are back.
Are buying the old fashioned.
That's true.
Vinyl. That was what I was thinking about.
But vinyl will probably never go out of style.
No, that's true.
What kind of music and how do you consume it? Like, what's your favorite stuff to listen to? And do you stream or buy vinyl, or what do you do?
We listen to a lot of different music.
Yes.
A lot of just different genres and artists and
people
bands.
get very surprised when we say what we listen to, or if they see our like Spotify lists and stuff. We do both streaming and buy physical copies. It sort of depends. It can be anything really. We're impacted by all sorts of music styles and genres.
What's the latest album you bought?
We're waiting for Aurora.
Yes.
Her album is coming out and we're like stoked. We're gonna buy it like the first day probably.
We'll listen a lot to her.
Yes.
She's amazing.
And then
Emily Nicholas.
she's She's
amazing.
very famous in Norway. I think she's like very known, but I don't know how to say
Electronic
her
music.
name. Yeah.
It's so cool. It's amazing.
And also this one new artist from Norway called Fröder. She's really cool. We're mentioning only Norwegian now, but yeah.
We are expanding to Norwegian markets as we speak.
So yeah, but it can also be like big artists as Ed Sheeran. We love him. Just the basic like guitar
Definitely.
thing
And Ben Howard and Bon Iver and
a lot of English people
artists.
too.
Yeah, British artists.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
have a-
actually, I haven't thought about that.
a lot from Norway and a lot from England.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like you do local and then you go to another island.
Sort of.
Sort of,
as we
but-
say it now, I sort of understand that that's what we do.
Yeah, I
but
haven't thought about it that way, but
we're
but a
open
lot of-
for anything though.
Yeah.
So
And tonight you're gonna do a show. How long is your set gonna be?
it's going to be 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yes.
And is that sort of, we do really good 45-minute shows, or did you have to extend it, or did you have to shorten it because you like to play 3 hours?
We're
We've
very
been-
focused on it being like quality. We would rather have one less song than
definitely.
a too long set and then not play what we would like to play. But we've been working a lot on new songs, so it's both old songs and new songs in this live set. So we're excited. Like our first EP is very folk inspired, but we've been really impacted by electronic music lately. So during the live set, you can sort of hear like the process we've had.
So is your set like a timeline from the start to
Sort of,
nowadays?
sort of,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
But we still choose the songs that still represent our band.
Yes.
From our older set.
It's not like the first songs are going to not be played anymore. We
It
still
represent.
yes, yes.
What kind of lineup are you with here today?
We're playing as a trio, so we're playing with our drummer Simon Sandnes, and we're both playing keys, and I play the guitar and we sing. So it's sort of a mix, but we have both like normal drums and pad drums, electronical drums. So it's sort of a mix between the folk thing and the electronical thing. Yeah.
And then it's all sort of combined in pop. So it's
Yeah.
These days it's
It's
basically
as a trio.
yeah.
That's what we've been doing until now. So
And why a trio? Is it economics? Is it just that the band sounds tighter, or
we've been doing acoustic until now, or until lately. So I think it's sort of just trying out, because we really wanted the rhythm and the drums to be a part of the live set as well. So it's just trying to figure out what would be the coolest match for
and
our
also
sound and
to
our
make
songs
it
and
possible
stuff.
to travel around and not have like 10 people on stage, because then it makes it hard to be on tour.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
thanks a lot. You're gonna have a show in a few hours. So what are you gonna do now?